Do you ever get the feeling in your life that you ought to be somewhere you're not? I mean, think about that for a second. That's crazy, right? You ought to be somewhere you're not. I mean, I'm laughing at myself because it happens to me all the time. I ought to be more successful. I ought to have a deeper connection to purpose. I ought to have more money in my bank account. I ought to be driving a better car. I ought to be living closer to the coast in a gorgeous house up in Malibu. I ought to be sought after as a great public speaker. I ought to have more Instagram followers. I ought to have more Facebook followers. Like, it's a wormhole that is unsatisfiable in every way, in every way, shape, and form. It's unsatisfiable, and yet it drives people and me crazy. You ought to be somewhere you're not. You ought to have something you don't have. Here's the thing. Up until now, have you been doing the very best you could in each moment of doing it? Not in hindsight, not when looking back over what you did do, but right in the moment. If you could have made a better choice in the moment, would you have? Now, if the answer to that question is yes, then how could you possibly be something that you're not, or have something that you don't? How is it possible? You deserve everything you have. You don't deserve more than what you have. I'm talking to myself here. You don't deserve more success than you have. You don't deserve more money in your bank account than you have. Now, that doesn't mean you can't change your way of thinking to get more in your bank account. That doesn't mean you can't change the way you show up in your world to have a deeper relationship or a better life with your family or a better job or a higher level of satisfaction with your life. It doesn't mean you're stuck. It means you've got right now what you deserve. Proof's in the pudding. Those are the facts. Try that on. Try on accepting what you have. Not accepting, but accepting. Forgiving yourself for judging yourself as not enough. Slowing down, taking deep breaths, and coming from a different place from which you can then make a significant change to your life. This is a conversation that is deserving of your time and attention. It's the conversations I have with my clients as their coach. If you're interested, you just want to check it out for 10 minutes and have a conversation. What the hell is this coaching thing? Check my link in the bio. You can schedule a time to give me a call and we can chat for 10 minutes. No obligations, no nothing. Just check it out. Otherwise, have a great day. See ya.